Hello, it's Bubsy Morgan. I'm gonna make a real quick video I've been meaning to make about, and I think I've done videos on it, misconceptions of different things. And I'm kind of going along with what I did. I think, I'm not sure, it's been like a few weeks that I've done a video about labels people do, or labels people use, and things like that of nature. Basically, what I want to talk about is the misconception of spirituality and terms people use, and how ridiculous it sounds sometimes. It's something that I've been noticing a lot with a lot of people, not anyone in particular, but I've been noticing a lot of people use the term, I don't want to get too in depth with it, but I've been noticing a lot of people use the term awakened and woken, and kind of like the previous video that I was talking about empaths and stuff. That's kind of like what I'm talking about. The misconceptions people use in these terms is all of us, and this is something I'm coming across and learning myself, so I in no way am trying to come across as a know-it-all. I don't know it all. All I do know is what I've been learning and researching and just observing, and just things that I am learning more and more. And that's the term of awaken. And I just feel like kind of like with the Course in Miracles that I'm going through, and I'm learning more about it, is that all of us are awoken. It's just there's a difference between awoken, and there's different levels. Anyways, I don't want to get too much into the Course in Miracles. Something that I've been looking into and stuff is, one thing it talks about in the Course in Miracles is we're all woken. Well, first of all, back up. There's many levels to different things, whether it's I'm still learning, but there's many levels to different things, just like there's many levels of frequency of our energies and our frequencies that we carry individually. There's many levels to spirituality in some aspects, but I just think people, what they forget is it's not about your religion, it's not about where you are spiritually in your life, it's about not living into the spiritual realm, that you're quote unquote spiritual as a person, and just use it as a guide, as a way to go about your day-to-day life, not to be stuck in it like I'm spiritual today. But a lot of people use that sparingly, and they don't really understand. Like, one thing I'm understanding, with these different levels, we're all at some point awoken. But a lot of us have not waken up to things. A lot of us are in this, matrix dream world, that we're not really awoken to the reality of what's our environment, things around us and stuff. So I just feel like the term people use awoken a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you've heard it. It's just having, in some aspect, that Christ consciousness, being aware of things around the world, being aware of your own self. We all, and one thing I'm learning about the Course in Miracles, we all have God within us, and we're all one at the end of the day. So there's really no point for this spiritualization that people are trying to do, where they're trying to think, if I can only become better at this, and if I can be only grounded more in my faith and more spiritual than what I was. But there's no way of actually getting there. You know what I mean? We're all imperfect. We all can't, like I said, there's different levels to different things, where we're pretty much down here, and God, the universe is up here. They're more enlightened than we are. And it's just silly when people use these terms like enlightenment and awaken, because I used to get sucked all into it, thinking, there's special people that are in these categories. And I just feel like, at the end of the day, like I said, we're all one. So technically, if we get out of the dream world and, we're in the reality of God, where God's at, there's none of this, me first, or there's none of, I'm more better than you, I'm special than you, I'm more spiritual understanding of knowledge than you are. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to that point where we go to heaven or die and we're not in this body, nothing of that sort matters anymore. And it's like, we're already, aware of things in our own body and stuff. But I just think it's one of my stressors nowadays, and my pet peeves, when people feel like, they've awoken or they're spiritual than other people. But technically, we're all awakened. We're all at pretty much the same level. Like I said, there's many levels, but that's pretty much to like God, the angels, and such like that. But we as human nature and humanity, we mirror each other. And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that. And it's something that I'm coming to understand, is we all mirror each other. And a lot of people, they look at the bad things someone has done to them, which it's easy to get like that. It's easy, to keep the mind going. But at the end of the day, a lot of our flaws we see in people are pretty much our own projections, what we project out to the world. Now, I'm not saying, if someone's hurt you and, very immoral thing, that's on you. But pretty much what I'm saying, and what the Course in Miracles teaches, is our reality of what we see now and now, is our projection. If we have a problem with someone, and I'm learning this, if we have a jealousy problem with someone and we think they look better than us or prettier than us, and we have a problem with them, we're mirroring our own issues, like insecurity issues, feeling like not good enough. And when we jump to the conclusion with people feeling like they're better than me, why? It's just really silly. But yeah, no one is, better than anyone. No one is more spiritual understanding, because at the end of the day, that's just hogwash. At the end of the day, it's just an illusion that we carry the title like we're something special, or we have a degree in something. We went so many years in college, a Bible education and stuff. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. What matters is, are you in the now? Are you in the moment? Are you trying to not better yourself, not change the world, but change your view on the world? And that's something I'm learning, that I just shake my head when people think that they can change people and they can change the world. I mean, I used to think, yeah, we're supposed to change the world. But the thing is, the world is always going to keep going. And it's always going to change. So there's really no point to change, because we're putting so much energy into something that, we need to be focused on what's now. Not so much what we can do to control the universe or control the world, but just really center ourselves into the now. And it's really hard because, the future seems rocky, or the future seems unclear. But I just wanted to make my point on the misconceptions people have with these terms of awaken. And the thing is, if we have the Christ conscious, if we have the mind of God, like the Course in Miracle teaches, He only knows perfection. And so what are we doing trying to perfect something that is pointless in our own self? You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, it's just silly when people use these terms like there's only a special few of us who've arrived, or there's only a special few of us who are on this pedestal of spirituality, and all you who aren't where we are fooey on you. Because I used to get into that, and it's like I just shake my head when people just think that they're more enlightened than other people. When how our mind works and how it says in the Course in Miracles is, there's no private thoughts. Nothing is private. We all have the same mind. Where there's different, one of us, we have different opinions, different belief system. But I gotta tell you, we're all one. So pretty much we're all mirroring each other's faults and issues. So at the end of the day, there's just no point to argue, our side, like, I'm more spiritual than you are. It's just phooey. It's like you. And I heard recently, and I think I mentioned this, there's no way, on a video I heard of it, this guy was talking about spirituality, and he's like, someone asked him a question like, how do I reach to spirituality or whatever? How do I reach that? And he's like, just stop. Just stop reaching towards spirituality. There's nothing wrong with having faith in God or having faith with that. But stop trying to reach spirituality, because you'll never get there. And it's retarded. Anyways, I hope this video in some way inspires people and that they look at things a lot differently than, I'm not trying to force anybody to believe this. It's just my opinion, something I've just been noticing. It's kind of one of those pet peeves of mine that it's just, I don't understand. And that's one thing the Course in Miracle talks about is, the things that you think you don't really know. And there's a lot of people out there that they think they know it all, but they really don't. They're imperfect people. We're all humans, Anyways, get over it. It's like, it doesn't matter with all these labels people out. Anyways, bye-bye.